Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. Welcome to the new vlog. And before you get too excited, it's just a chat one. I'm just gonna fill you in on what's been going on in the last 2 weeks with us, why you haven't seen a video from last weekend, and what's going on in the next couple of weeks before we make our move to Vancouver. So I've got my notes here, so I'm going to follow my notes and follow me along. Okay, point number one. Okay. Ugh, what a disappointment. So in the last vlog, if you've watched it, you would have seen that we were preparing to go to the Calgary Dragon Boat Festival on the Saturday, following a hike at either Waterton Park or Fish Creek on the Sunday. None of that happened. And not by our fault, really. So, let me explain. Saturday came, we woke up, we got ready. The website said 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. All activities included. So you had the Dragon Boat Festival, then you had concerts, like live concerts. Then you had all of like the shops and stuff like that. So you had like food shops and artistry shops and all that. Okay. Well, we got there. We found a parking spot, and it was a really good parking spot. Okay, amongst like all the parking spots that like you could have had, we were close to it. Okay. And as we're coming out of the car, we're noticing that like a lot of the racers are coming back. And we're like, and it's like 3:30, okay? So we're like, well, like, okay, maybe it's just like a few teams that are like, you know, they're done competing for the day, so they're gone. But then as we kept getting closer and closer to the actual like festival itself, more of the racers were coming to our directions, and we were going, so they were going our opposite direction. They were like leaving. And already I was feeling like upset inside. I was like, no, it can't be. So then when we got there, oh yeah, sure enough, it was done for the day. Here's where it gets me. The website clearly stated the races would be from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Which means that if you get there at 3 o'clock or 3:30, the races should still be going for a good 3-4 hours. The weather was completely fine. It was beautiful. There were lots of people. And I'm like, what? So anyway, I have 2 clips. I'll show you the 2 clips right now. Okay, so this is obviously, well, it's a festival, so there's like shops galore, from food to art to artistry to whatever. Oh, I hear a train. What is that? So anyway, really, really cute. I wonder how many people are here. However, I have a feeling the actual race for the dragon boats are done, because we've seen a lot of people leaving. So we're just trying to find the water area. I think we found it. So we're gonna go see if there's still some boats racing. If there isn't, I'm gonna be upset. I really am, because it said from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and it's only 4:30. Unless they like finished ahead of time and then the rest of the festival is just going. I don't know. We'll have to see. But there's an area where we can sit. I'll show you. right there. So we'll go check it out. Yeah, let's go check it out.
No, there ain't nobody out there.
This is what happens when
Congratulations, everyone.
when you don't leave on time.
You got the final prize.
Oh boy. Let's see here. Flop. I don't even know. I'm not even gonna post anything about this. This is useless. Absolutely useless. Yeah. So that's it. That's all I got from the dragon boat, and I was so upset. And Andrew was like, "Just keep filming." I'm like, "No, I'm just not in the mood. I came here for the Dragon Boat Festival. I didn't come here for spending money on the shops. Like that wasn't the point, right?" Oh my gosh, I was fuming. I was so upset. And he's like, "Do you want to go for a walk?" I'm like, "No, I don't want to go for a walk. I just want to go home." So then we came back home. I don't even know what we did that night. I honestly, I don't know what we did that night. And then I woke up on the Sunday feeling like utter shit. Like my body had the aches and pains. It was like plugged up here. I was like having a head cold. I just was not happy. And we decided to not go for the hike because I was like, I'm not feeling good for it. Like there's no way that I'm gonna put my body through that when I know that I have to go to work on Monday, right? Oh, I was livid. I was so livid. I just, because the thing is, too, is we've been kind of like putting things off. Not putting things off on purpose either. It's just, we just don't feel like doing it at that time, right? Like I'm a very mood type of person, and so also is Andrew. So we can talk about something like even the night before, and then we wake up and we're like, no, I don't want to do that. We'll do this instead. So we're that type. We're those types of people, right? Which can get crazy annoying. Even with myself, I get annoyed because I'm like, gosh, like I make plans and I'm like, I talk about it because they also say like when you talk about things, like it's harder for you to not do it, or because you put yourself accountable for it, or others can put yourself accountable for it. No, me, it's just the reverse. Like my mind is like, no, you're okay, you're fine, and I'm just like, so then I end up not doing it. But no, so Sunday was completely not my fault. I woke up and I was not feeling good. So anyway, I knew that I had to go to work on Monday because I can't be missing any work. So I knew I had to go to work on Monday. So I just, I think I slept most of the day on Sunday, and so did Andrew. I think because he was also scared of like getting something too. And I'm not blaming the kids. That's not what's happening. But when you work in that type of field, you're bound to get sick a lot unless like you have a really strong immune system, which is great if you do, but a lot of us don't. And there's a lot of like different viruses or different germs that our body's just like, oh, you're just gonna catch something. And it doesn't last really long. Like it lasted me probably like 4 days in total, and then Andrew got sick. And then that lasted, I mean, he's just getting over it. And we're the 23rd of August. So he's been battling it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like probably a week. So yeah, about a week each. Um, and it just drained us, like completely drained us of everything. So we didn't do much. We like I went to work, he went to work, and then that was it. Like we didn't do much in the evenings as well because I was just not feeling it. So here we are. Let's talk about my work. So the last 2 weeks, actually, I've been in a different room. Hold on, I need some water. Okay, much better. Okay, so for the last 2 weeks, I've been in a different room with different children. So I'm with 4 and 5 year olds right now. It's insane. It's insane. So on average, we have 14 kids per day, okay? And there's 1, 2, three, four, five, six, seven. There's seven of them. Okay? Seven of them. They don't listen. They don't listen. They don't care. They're either hurting other friends, or they're throwing toys around, or they're twirling chairs and hitting teachers. And the things that these kids tell us, I have to question the parents. I'm gonna I'm gonna tell you a story because no one knows who the kids are, and I'm not naming names, but I'm gonna tell you what something happened to one of the teachers. So he's 4 years old, and he's always putting his head in our crotch. Always. Like, I don't know how many times I have to stop this kid from doing that. And a couple weeks ago, yeah, it's a couple weeks ago now, it wasn't this week, so yeah, a couple weeks ago, he did this to one of the other teachers. And I'm going to quote exactly word for word. He went, "I'm going to lick your pee-pee." And then he's like, "Oh no, wait, you're a female, so I'll lick your..." He's 4. And then all day he was singing a very provocative song that should not be sung by a 4-year-old. So all of this makes the teacher super uncomfortable. And now she has no choice but to talk to the dad or the mom or both parents, right? Or whoever comes and picks up the child that day. And she looks at me and she's like, "What do I do?" I said, "You use your best judgment, but you know that you have to tell the parents about this." And she's like, "Yeah, I know." So then it's dad who come picks him up. And mind you, he has 2 older brothers, a 6-year-old and a 5-year-old, and then he's 4. And the teacher's like, "Yeah, he had a great day. Great day. However, he said this," and then she repeats it, and dad just was like, "I'm so sorry." He's like, and then he's like fumbling stuff around, and we're just like, "Oh no, we didn't want it to be awkward," but like, anyway, so he says, "I'll talk to him, and we promise this won't happen again." So anyway, so that was that. And then the next morning, mom drops the children off, and she's just kind of like, "I'm so sorry this happened." She's like, "We're not gonna let that happen again." Blah 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 blah. Okay, fine, sure enough. And then a couple days later, yeah, was it a couple days? Yeah, a couple days later, he was drawing things, just random things, and they all had private parts. And he was saying, "Oh, this is fluffy number one," and like he gave them weird. Anyway, I'm just like, what are these children learning at home? And they think it's okay to like say these things to us, and like he thinks it's funny. He thinks it's hilarious every time he says something like bathroom talk, or like private part talk or something. Like it's always funny to him. So it's very interesting. And then the other kids will copy him too. So we're like, "Oh no." And then we have a biter and a scratcher and a yeller. And then we have another one who likes to do yelling matches with other kids. And she has temper tantrums. And she refuses to remove her pull up. So she's always in a pull up. She refuses to do anything. Yeah, she doesn't, because she's like, you play, and she's a very very intelligent girl, like very intelligent, but there's definitely something off about her which makes her act the way that she does. But yeah, the last 2 weeks have been exhausting. Like I've mentally, like not physically, mentally, I've been mentally exhausted. And I'm not sleeping well because I'm just like overwhelmed with that. But that's over. So now I'll be put back in my original room that I've been in since November. So that'll actually be nice. I'm actually looking forward to that a lot. Same kids. I think there's a couple new kids, but the same kids. So that'll be good at least. But it's been a wicked challenge the last 2 weeks. So I'm glad that's over, and I'm going back to my normal routine. Because I I was really hoping that that's what was going to happen. Is I was going to finish off like my last week with my original room, which I'm so glad that that's happening. Because I would have actually probably told her I wasn't wanting to do purple room. That's the one I was in. I was before in orange, but I just, yeah, I prefer the 3 and 4 year olds. I'll stick with those kids. They're much easier to just to close that statement off. I have 6 working days left here in Calgary for probably ever. That's wild. Yeah, because Manitoba's chapter is done, and Calgary's chapter will be done, and then I have to open a new chapter up for Vancouver. So, whew, let's go. I'm ready though. Overwhelmed, but I'm ready. I am. I am. I need this. We both do. Let's not forget to talk about the weather, because it's Calgary. So, what have we been experiencing? So, 2 weeks ago, weather was shite. Raining, cold. It was. I was wearing winter stuff, winter gear, all week. It was brutal. Last week, it kind of started a bit cool, and then it made himself warmer, and then it became really hot. And this weekend has been 29, and today, which is Sunday, the 23rd of August, is also going to be 29 degrees outside. So it's going to be nice all week as well, so that's nice. Uh, However, the leaves have already started changing colors. And we all know what that means, folks. Fall and winter are around the corner. And I'm not okay with that. I'm just not okay with that. I know it's a cycle, I know it's a must, but it lasted 2 months. Like, not even. So now I have to go through the cold for another 7? Like, 8? It just. I wish my ancestors had settled in a warmer climate. Because I wouldn't have to have the hassle of moving around all the time, finding my peace, finding my where do I fit in? But yeah, the weather has been. So anyway, I just wanted to mention it because I think I've been mentioning it like in all of our vlogs, like about the weather, because it's just wild to me how different it is, and like it doesn't even really feel like we've had a summer. Like the summer's been it's been okay. It's either rained a lot, hailed a lot, stormed a lot. It was so cold. Then we had a few weeks of warm weather. I don't know. Not so good. Oh, and you should see like stats online about like Calgary and stuff. I'd like to talk to those people who did those statistics or those numbers, because we're off by a lot. For us to mention, just to mention as well, like when you know it's a sign that like fall and winter are coming is one, the birds are coming out at a later time and they're going to bed at an earlier time. The sun is leaving the horizon line at a certain time as well, which is like an hour earlier now. So instead of staying like light out till 10, 10:30, 10:45, it's like 9. Because right now it is Oh well, I can't say that. It's 2:30 in the morning. Never mind. But no, it was like probably what 8:30, 9 o'clock when we no when we went outside. Yeah, and it was like it's starting to already like get dark, and I was like, oh no. So yeah, it hits hard. I don't know. We had someone come view our suite to move in because we're moving out um, in a couple weeks. And all of a sudden, 2 days later, they moved in. So we're like, wait a minute, where are they staying? So at first we didn't know where they were staying, and then we noticed, oh, the landlord gave them her room and like kind of like space area, so they have like the bedroom and like living quarters, and then they share the rest of the stuff with us, which is whatever. They're great people. They're both from Belgium. She's gonna be a teacher, which is crazy, in the same area where I work, not at the same school, but in an actual school, which is like literally 2 minutes away from me. So, which is it's kind of weird. Small world, right? So she's doing that, and he's a railway line worker. So I don't know what that means. I guess he works on the lines. I don't know. He comes from BC. Not sure why he moved here, but it's going to be a rude awakening for him in winter because he was already saying that winter in Hope was not the best. And I'm like, well, you haven't experienced winters in Calgary, so good luck with that. You'll have a great time. Um, but yeah, they've just been kind of like taking over. Like they're in the kitchen for like hours, so we can't go cook, and then we have to like wait. So then our schedule is off. So yeah, it's gonna be an interesting 2 weeks with that. And then we just saw our landlady today, and we're like, we've noticed that like you've given up your room for them, and they're like, yeah, I felt so sorry because the place that they were in, the water was like not working properly. They couldn't shower properly, and it was leaking. And she's like, I felt sorry. So she's like, I'm in the next spare room where it was available, and we're like, oh yeah, because someone moved out, so then she has that spare room to actually stay in. So that's where she's staying. But I'm just like, wow, like people are just willing to just give up their space for helping others. But that's how she is, right? She's really, really nice, but she's really cuckoo. But anyway, I'm not gonna talk about that. So yeah, so they've moved in. Um, we've had multiple conversations with them already, and they're nice people. It's just it was just kind of weird. Like now there's two extra people here, so everything is kind of like there's different schedules to learn now because laundry can't be done when we want to, and we can't go cook when we want to. So I don't know. It's just another adjustment for the next 2 weeks. It's not the end of the world. It's not going to kill us. It's just that's just how it is for now. So yeah, that's instead of a feline friend, we have human friends or new humans, I should say, not friends, new people living. Let's talk about our plans for this week. Basically, finalize work, find an actual place to live in Vancouver. So keep chatting with the ones that we're chatting with. Hopefully, the ones that we've responded to will respond back to us. Same thing with jobs. I've applied at like 20 jobs so far, so I have to keep applying. But like, not one has responded back in the last 2 weeks. So I'm a bit worried, but at the same time, I'm not. I know we'll get through this. We always do. It's unnerving, right? Like I'm kind of old fashioned, I guess, when it comes to like to jobs where there's this little birdie that keeps chirping in my ear, and I can hear him say this, Ashlee, you always have to make sure you have another job lined up before you quit the one you're currently at. Yeah, I know. However, sometimes life doesn't hand you that basket of lemons, and you gotta deal with sour grapes instead. So here I am. I'm dealing with sour grapes, and that's just how the cookie crumbles at this point. There's nothing I can really do about it. I know that I'm doing my best. We kind of do have a plan B. And I don't want to do plan B. Not that I don't like the fact that we do have confirmation that plan B can be a go if plan A doesn't work, but that would just set us off so much if we did plan B. So just plan B was to, if we can't find a place in time or a job on time for September, that we would be going back to Manitoba and live with my mom and her husband for a little bit. But the amount of money that we're going to be spending doing that is insane, because we would have to drive back, which is probably going to cost us $500 in fuel, maybe 600. And then depending if they're wanting to like charge us rent or like food or whatever, because I don't want to live there like scots free. Like that wouldn't be fair to them. And then on top of that, I wouldn't have a job. Andrew could, okay, that's fine, but we need the two incomes. So then we would like, the whole point was, okay, we'll live there to give us like spare time to like apply for like jobs and get interviews and then find like time to like find a place. But then we have to drive back, which is two provinces even further, which is going to cost us double in fuel, which is like, well, we can't at this point, because the money that we do have for Vancouver would all be spent going to Manitoba. So we need a better plan B if plan A doesn't work, and I don't know what to do. So anyway, not time to freak out, because there's no point in freaking out. It is what it is. And things will just line up. They always do. So yeah, things can go wrong all the time or for forever, right? Life doesn't throw us that way. At least not for me, not in my lifespan. It's never worked that way. I'll have like bad days, but then the good days overcome the bad days. So, but they also have to balance each other out, right? So you have to have bad days to have good days, so that they can balance and you can appreciate the good days you have. It's just how it is. It sucks when it's happening, but yeah. Yeah, our official move out date is September 3rd. So we have 8, no, we have 11. Oh God, I can't think right now. Hold on. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have like 11 days left. It's not so bad. That's not so bad. 11 days is fine. Like lots can happen in 11 days. Like lots can happen in 11 days. So I feel confident. We've got this. I know we do. I know we do. Oh, right. Okay. So I don't think any of you know about this. I've been suffering from plantar fasciitis for 4 years now. It's awful. It's awful. It's awful. It's awful. And it was only happening on my left foot. So, plantar fasciitis is caused by age, weight, high arches in your feet, and other things that can be factors in doing that. Okay, so 4 years ago, it happened to my left foot, and it's been like it was really really bad at first, and then it got a little better, and then it got bad, and then it got better, and that's because the bone, my heel bone, has been pushing out. Okay, I'll put some photos. Yeah. And now my right one is giving me horrible problems. I actually don't remember this being this painful on my left foot. And Andrew's like, yeah, I remember that. I'm like, I don't. He's like, yeah, you were sometimes like you couldn't walk. And I'm like, great, great. Like I can't afford this right now. And before anyone comes after me and they're like, oh, well, Ashlee, go see your doctor or see a surgeon or what are they called? Pathology. What are they called? Feet doctors, orthopedic. I don't know. Been there, done that. Nothing they can do. I seen my family doctor back in Winnipeg when I was there. I saw a physiotherapist when I was there. There's nothing they can do. Over the counter pain medication, physiotherapy, cold press, specific shoes and sandals, and you can buy like specific socks or like braces for them, but there's nothing they can do. There's nothing they can do. And I joke about it. I'm like, oh, just give me prosthetic legs. And I'm just like, no, that's going to be even like more of a process. But I'm just like, this is my life now? Like, this is insane. Like, today was one of the worst days ever of like the pain, of like how I felt like I could not get out of bed. I could not put pressure at all on my foot. And as soon as I do, it's like sharp, sharp, sharp pains. And on top of that, at night, I also suffer from restless leg syndrome. That I've had my entire life, like since I was like a teenager. I remember like having that. Well, what's happening with that is because my leg jolts like super, super fast with the restless leg, like at night, it causes my heel to also jolt and like kind of like it feels like it's like displaced out of my foot every time it does that, and it's so painful. It wakes me up, and then I'm having to deal with the pain, and then having to fall back to sleep, or like I have to wake up, so I have to go to the washroom. But the pain is so bad that I can't even walk to the washroom. So I'm like sitting in bed for like 5, 10 minutes, waiting for my body to be like, okay, you can put your weight on and you can walk yourself to the bathroom. And then at that time, I'm wide awake and I'm trying to fall back to sleep, and I can't. And it's like 2:30 in the morning, and I gotta get up at 7 to get ready for work. And then 7 comes along, and I'm exhausted because I've been woken up by like my foot or the washroom or my dreams or just. Anyway, I just never thought this was gonna be me. Ugh. Like I can deal with pain, but like this is to another extreme. But yeah, so that's that. That's what I've been dealing with, and it's like really bad in the last 3 days, I would say. Since probably Thursday night, Friday. Because Friday at work wasn't so bad, but then Friday night, wow, and then all day today. And then right now it's okay because I'm just sitting, right? Like there's nothing, I'm not doing much but laying down and, or like sitting long periods. It just doesn't like it. So what I think I'm gonna do is I saw online, hold on, I need more water. I saw online you can buy these specific socks. They're pressure socks, so I can put on my foot. I hate socks. I hate socks. I hate anything on my feet. I hate it. I'm a sandal type of person. If there's no snow outside, I ain't putting shoes on. Okay, I'm a sandal type of person. But like, I gotta do something to help my feet, so I'll sacrifice wearing the socks because I have lots of pretty shoes, but it's summertime. I'm supposed to enjoy my feet out. So yeah, guys, that's what I've been dealing with. Andrew's been dealing with his sickness, but he's feeling much better, so he doesn't have any pains, which is great. But I just hate that he has to like help me sometimes. I don't like it, so I deny it all the time. I'm like, no, I'm really stubborn. I can do it myself. I hate, and I know that hate is a strong word. I don't like using the word hate, but I hate when people help me. I I I I I, I feel like I failed. Like I'm embarrassed. I've learned that, to be independent and to be strong, you got to do it on your own. So yeah. And he's like, come on, I'll help. And I'm like, no, let me do it. And he sees me struggling. He's like, are you sure? I'm like, oh, I'll do it. And then I get mad, I get annoyed, I get irritated. And I'm just like, oh. So that's just another huge thing weighing me down right now. And I don't like it. So anyway, that's what I'm dealing with. It's not been fun. So hopefully, and I'm not the type of person that like takes medication or like over the counter medication. So I took like an Advil earlier this morning, probably like maybe a couple hours after I woke up. And then the afternoon I had such a sore stomach, I had to run to the washroom, and I'm like, oh. So it's just one thing, and I know that it's supposed to help, but then at the same time, then I have other symptoms that happen after that, right? Where I feel like, you know, I feel like stomach sick, and I'm like, why? Like I didn't eat anything that could cause this, and I'm just like, oh yeah, the medication, of course. And then because of that, then it like wears off faster because it's like out of my system now, right? So I either like puked it up or crapped it out, and now I'm like, well, so now the pain is like, but yeah. So I try not to take more than like 2 a week if I have to, because I just don't want to get used to that. Like it's so bad for us. There's so many bad chemicals and poisons in there, and but some days I have no choice because it just is too much. But yeah, anyway, that's us in a nutshell. That's what's been going on. Yeah, finalizing our move to Vancouver. Like I said, our last day here is September 3rd, so we've got another couple weeks for sure. So we'll see how interesting that gets. See how I feel, how I'm doing with my feet. I really, 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 really want to go on hikes. Like I really want to. But this is just, wow, it weighs me down. I can't. What's happening is because my heel is being pushed. Okay, so how can I say this? This is my heel. Okay, so this is my heel, and it's being pushed out. So I'm trying to walk normal, but I can't because my heel can't stretch this way. So when you're walking, your foot has to. This is my heel, so my foot has to go like this, and it doesn't. It doesn't fold that way because of the pain and because of how the bone is placed. So now I have to like, I can't even walk on my tiptoes sometimes because it hurts so much. Like, oh, it's just anyway. So I'm trying to deal with that, but I'm really, really, really hoping we can go on a hike or like even a walk. We actually did go for a walk just before I started this vlog, and that walk should have taken about 10 minutes, and it took us like half an hour. But I was able to walk a certain way that I wasn't folding my foot the way that normal people walk, right? Like you're normally supposed to walk. So I was okay, but I looked gimp. It embarrasses me. Like just give me my body. I just want all my limbs to work. You know? What did I do in life to deserve this? Like seriously. Anyway, folks, that's it. I'm gonna end it here because I could rant on that for a really long time. Okay? But thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting. If you're not, please subscribe. Seriously, it's free. It's not like I'm asking you to pay me to subscribe. It's free. Most of our viewers aren't even subscribed, and that's crazy to me. It doesn't cost you anything. Think of all the subscriptions you are paying for: Prime, Netflix, Disney Plus. But you don't pay for me. So don't. You don't have to because it's free. Anyway, subscribe, give this video a like, and leave us a comment. We'll reply back. And until next time, hopefully we'll have something exciting. We'll have news anyway. We'll have things to catch up on. But hopefully, if my feet don't give me too much of a hard time, we'll go for hikes. We'll go for last walks and last minute adventures before I move to Vancouver. So stay tuned. Stay notified. And I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye.
Hey guys! Please consider giving this video a thumbs up, and if you're feeling extra generous, leave a comment below! And come on guys, subscribe too, because it's free. It's free, and it's free forever. And here's the thing, you only have to click it once,